Sometimes you see architecture that truly makes you stop and stare. They might offer an escape to a completely different world, transport you into the past, or even give you glimpses into the future. I'm Glenn, and today we're looking at 10 architectural gems that are sure to stop you in your tracks.
Number 10.
The spectacular Hagia Sophia rises over Istanbul, with its faded red entrance and the 4 minarets surrounding it, showing the true size and scale of the building. You can imagine what an imposing sight it would have been back in the 6th century when it was first built. The cathedral had several role changes as it survived through the centuries. At first, it was a Greek Orthodox Christian cathedral conceived by the architects from Miletus. As the world's largest building, it was a wonder of the ancient world. The huge 105-foot dome was supported by pendentives, triangular segments of a sphere, which spread from top to bottom to support the dome's weight. It was such an impressive engineering feat that the structure was the largest pendentive dome for over 1,000 years, until St. Peter's Basilica was built. Later, the Hagia Sophia was converted into an Ottoman imperial mosque, at which point the minarets were added. And now, the museum stands as a popular tourist attraction and a well-preserved example of Byzantine architecture.
Number 9.
Built in 2012, Gardens by the Bay is Singapore's star attraction. The gardens are 250 acres in total and consist of both outdoor gardens and 2 indoor conservatories. The green space offers a welcome respite from daily life in Singapore. To enter the 2 conservatories, the Flower Dome or the Cloud Forest, there is an entrance fee of around $20.50, but it's definitely worthwhile. The Flower Dome is the world's largest columnless glass house, while the Cloud Forest houses the world's tallest indoor waterfall atop a 138-foot tall mountain that guests can ascend via elevator. However, the Gardens by the Bay are probably best known for the super trees, large man-made structures between 82 and 160 feet tall. The 18 super trees are located in the free outdoor gardens, with the bases covered in vertical gardens. If you wish to walk along the skyway, though, the elevated bridge that goes from super tree to super tree, you'll need to pay another entrance fee. It's just under $6. Plan to stay until nightfall, as the super trees are covered in fairy lights which illuminate in the evening.
Number 8.
At just over 1,000 feet tall, the Shard in London is the tallest building in the European Union. Unveiled in 2012, it was nicknamed the Shard because of the way it looks like a shard of glass sticking out from central London, reaching for the sky almost like a taller and skinnier glass pyramid. It has already converted itself into a London icon after just a few years of existence. The Shard was designed by Italian architect Renzo, who was inspired both by the nearby railway lines and the masts of sailing ships. This led Piano to design a spire-like structure that would stick out amongst the London skyline, but in an elegant way, similar to how old church spires used to do. In order to do this, Piano had to design for light and transparency. As a result, there are 11,000 panes of glass on the structure, which are deliberately angled and glazed in a way that helps them reflect the sky above.
Number 7.
Another London icon, this time in the heart of the financial district, is 30 St. Mary Axe, or as it's more widely known, the Gherkin. Obviously, it earned the name, as the building resembles a cucumber. Using innovative methods to save energy, opening in 2004, standing at 591 feet tall, and designed by architectural firm Norman Foster and the Arup Group, there are gaps strategically placed in each of the 41 floors that create a natural ventilation system. This means that the Gherkin has a double glazing effect, which keeps the building warm in winter and cool in summer. It's been a well-loved addition to London since its conception, and locals even participate in the annual Gherkin Challenge, where participants can walk or run up the tower's 38 floors to raise money for charity. The Gherkin may soon have a new building alongside it, the proposed 1,000-foot-tall tulip, resembling, you guessed it, a tulip flower. The structure is planned as a tourist viewpoint and education center.
Number 6.
The iconic Petronas Towers are probably what first comes to mind when you think about Malaysia. From 1998 to 2004, these twin skyscrapers in Kuala Lumpur used to have the illustrious title of the tallest buildings in the world. Taking 3 years to build, the 1,483-foot-tall buildings are made mostly of reinforced concrete. Architect César Pelli managed to incorporate many references to Islam, the predominant religion in Malaysia. There is a glass and steel facade that resembles motifs found in Islamic art, and there is an overlapping square design for the cross-section of the towers, which is in the shape of the Islamic symbol Rub el-Hizb. The vertigo-inducing double-decker sky bridge connects the two buildings at the 41st and 42nd floors. This is the highest two-story bridge in the world. Since during high winds, the two buildings can move up to several feet in either direction, the bridge is not actually connected to the main structure, and it's able to slide in and out.
Number 5.
Stealing the title of world's tallest building from the Petronas Towers in 2004 was the Taipei 101. It sticks out from the Taipei skyline 4 or 5 times taller than any of its neighboring buildings. C.Y. Lee and Partners were the architectural firm behind the Taipei 101, and they used a lot of symbolism from Chinese-speaking cultures in the final design. As referenced in its name, the tower has 101 floors. The number 100 is the traditional number of perfection, so the building decided to go one step further than perfection with 101 floors. The center portion of the tower is also clearly divided into sections, and there are 8 sections in total with 8 floors each. The number 8 is considered to bring abundance, prosperity, and good fortune. The building doesn't just rely on luck to bring success, it also has an extremely sound structural design, as Taipei is prone to earthquakes and typhoons. So the building has deep foundations and even a steel pendulum acting as a tuned mass damper at the top of the tower.
Number 4.
The Kingdom Center in Riyadh is famous for its unique inverted parabolic arch at the top, connected by a 213-foot sky bridge. Work began in 1999, and the bottom 2/3 are made of reinforced concrete, with the final third using a tubular steel frame. Just 3 years later, it was completed, and at 991 feet tall, it was the tallest building in the city until the Burj Khalifa was unveiled in 2014. The unique sky bridge that gives the building a distinctive hole in the middle is a popular tourist attraction for views of the city. It costs 60 Saudi riyals, the equivalent of $16 to visit the top, and it takes 2 elevators to get there. The building is also home to residences, commercial offices, the Four Seasons Hotel, a mall, and a massive 3,000-car parking lot.
Number 3.
At first glance, the 1,080-foot-tall Ryugyong Hotel looks like it would be more at home in Las Vegas than in Pyongyang, North Korea. The pyramidic structure has 3 points, which converge at the summit under a truncated cone, combining several floors. This cone is supposedly intended to rotate at the top once construction finishes. It's been under construction since 1987, and economic problems in the secretive nation that began with the fall of the Soviet Union and continue today with sanctions from the West mean that it has never been completed. After 5 years, the structure had reached its planned height, but then the building sat vacant for over a decade without further attempts to complete it. Almost like a giant, empty husk, it sat and decayed until the work re-began, and in 2011, finally, the exterior shell had windows and a telecom antenna. Still, nobody knows when the interior of the building is estimated to be completed.
Number 2.
Looking up at the twisting and turning structure of the Shanghai Tower is enough to make anyone feel a little queasy. It's the second tallest building in the world at 2,073 feet, and it twists 120 degrees as it climbs 128 floors to the top. This helps not only to add a beautiful exterior aesthetic, but it's also practical, as it reduces by almost 25% the wind loads on the building. Designed by Chinese architect Jun Xia, the building was constructed with reinforced concrete and steel. Although it uses less steel than conventional designs, so it managed to save millions of dollars in construction costs. The elevators in the building, all designed by Mitsubishi, are of particular note. They are double-decker elevators, and the second fastest elevators in the world at 46 miles per hour. In addition, it has the furthest traveling single elevator in the world, as one elevator ascends 1,898 feet, like an elevator into the sky.
Number 1.
Of course, it wouldn't be possible to make a top 10 skyscraper list without mentioning the current reigning tallest building in the world, the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. Reaching up through the clouds at an incredible 2,716.5 feet high, it was designed by architect Adrian Smith from Skidmore, Owings & Merrill. The building earned its name from the ruler of the UAE, the Sheikh Khalifa, who sponsored the completion of the project when they ran into funding problems during construction. The structure is inspired by Islamic architecture as it features setbacks as the structure gets taller, culminating in one long 800-foot spire at the top. It's an architectural marvel, and it's no wonder that millions of people from around the world flock to gaze up at it. Tickets to visit the At the Top observation deck on the 125th floor start at 141 dirhams, around $38 US. One thing's for sure, if you aren't good with heights, you might want to give this one a miss. Whether they're skyscrapers, gardens with super trees, or even cathedrals from 1,500 years ago, these architectural gems continue to amaze and inspire us. Which one took your breath away, and why?
Hey guys, this is Cassie. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Tell us in the comments below what you found to be the most interesting and why. Also, if you haven't done so yet, make sure to hit the bell notification next to the subscribe button to stay up to date with all of our latest videos. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.